Hello，大家好，欢迎来到 RS 革命的游戏频道。今天做了买继续玩《Horizon Forbidden West》地平线西域禁地第58话。这一话呢，我们继续，我觉得我们继续主线故事啦。Let's continue the main storyline. I want to finish the main story first, and then we to go to the side quest. Where is silence?
Before I forget, I watered those plants for you. I just know they meant a lot to you.
I don't know where he is. We just go here.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But... Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare.
Who's this guy?
Understood?
Oh. Ha. She.
A minute?
Why she come here? That's very interesting, and she haven't spoken anything yet.
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Why Aloy won't suspect the Telda is eavesdropping on us, hacking our device? Not sure.
We need to get Silence Weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to
We're
take their
finally
shields.
doing.
Never thought I'd be off on him. I can hear the
If
What are you doing?
that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those spectres. You know, besides it...
Wouldn't want to spoil you. Faro made the right call.
Thanks. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was... so he... said Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink, and you never told me.
I guess we never got round to it. If...
Wait, Beta?
You think it's time for us to finally...
Yeah? Oh,
It's a strain.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifice, thinking somehow that was gonna appear. And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they...
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. And the Mad Sun King was... he enjoyed it.
I remember you telling that's how she met Avad. He helped her.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will... He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in. He got her everything she needed.
I get the feeling she would.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather... But Avad insisted. It was... Avad had to dress
She made Avad.
as perfumed and powdered...
That would,
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. They paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa...
You were.
All good stories.
Yeah.
I guess
I'll see you at the run.
I wouldn't have it.
Let me talk with you.
I hope everybody's.
Aloy, at least now,
Thanks. Everyone here.
you know, he realized I was, to be honest, I think so. He brought up this hologram of Earth that we sat there. How every corner and any fears, I miss him too.
I know. You and Aaron.
He may have terrible taste in music, and that ale he keeps raving about, I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break.
Try not to hurt. I should go.
Before you do,
What is it?
you place this focus in my... If I should fall in battle,
So,
make sure you stay alive to do...
let's just try it all. You nervous?
I'd be lying if I...
The plan will work.
Right.
Once all this is over.
I don't know if I go back or what they do to me for... Even if I somehow... Would I be willing to be buried away? Would I dare challenge? Or...
Who's this?
She... We used to... I hated her, but apparently there... We became very close. She promised she'd wait.
Well, that was smart of her.
I don't know.
I do. I want you to know I'm.
Whatever happens, I never thought I'd get to...
Come on, do I.
Hmm.
Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katalo will fulfill... If we die doing so. We'll try and...
The rest of us should be enough of. But you'll have to.
what exactly...
I don't know. I need.
I'll be at the... May truthfully...
Someone I need to talk. You, the person. Oh,
Welcome back, Aloy.
I want to talk with you first. Talk with all the comrades.
So,
I do not know everything. All that remains is to...
thank you.
You brought us together. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now, before we leave on...
Right.
Thank you.
Now that training.
The Bulwark need another miracle if we're to...
I'll try not.
I know
We didn't really get to.
there was... If he were to knock among the most distinct... When the fight is...
I'm sure he. I'll see you.
It will be...
Two more people to talk. Silence talk first. Yoda, I don't really know her. I don't want to talk with her.
Something? Bravo. You managed to sway.
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon.
There's always room, but that's not why you're here. So,
Since when were you?
since you turned this into a modest success,
Okay, so your big plan Everything you've been manipulating for. Let me see if You learned about the Zeniths from Hades, then you came up with a plan to defeat them, and to get the Tanakhs to fight for you, or rather the sons of Prometheus.
Did you have an actual question, or?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I knew I would one day require an army of the casualties would be, and I knew you would never. Thus, I devised a means to remove you.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades.
Based on everything I knew about them, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and more.
So you really didn't know they had their own
No.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we... Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram
They were a necessary safeguard. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my...
Tell me about the weapon.
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant...
That doesn't...
No, but I'd be a... After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes. Even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that it...
Why help Regala take over?
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned... Even if I gained his ear, he would never...
So helping a bloodthirst...
Yes. Exceedingly. She would have led the tribe into...
While I was out there...
The tribe from...
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery. Don't you want to know more?
No. They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in...
Yes, well...
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quinine, we found fair...
You must have needed Omega clearance.
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective...
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a job...
For a start.
Alright, Silence, I think... And... Try not to mess with Till...
Yes. For someone to live as long as she had, well... Your goals may be a lot.
Yeah.
Survival is only a necessity to my...
Do you know...
Oh, I know a great deal of things.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had...
I can talk with Telda. Although I don't really think she's a good person. I'll just talk with her.
Aloy, shall we chat? Well done, Aloy. Despite you're truly a
I've been thinking about what you said. It was more than that.
perceptive as ever.
Okay, so...
I was an orphan. And then I met Liz. We'd have coffee. I thought it was just shop talk. Soon we were flying half. For the first time, I think Liz felt the same way. She had lost her mother, but as time passed, it seemed as though she...
So helping me.
A second chance. I made a mistake leaving Earth. So when I saw you, I knew I had to help.
Why did you make the data channel look like your...
I built that house as a shell culture.
And you...
Yeah, I thought if she... I'm sorry. She need...
Why do you...
I've wondered. She was brilliant. But it also felt like she kept... I think... Sometimes I wonder if...
I found a recording after Farziness.
Yes.
I think she regretted.
Did she? Thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who
I don't really know who you are.
As I mentioned in there, that's where they're also printing facilities where the other...
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to...
When I was out in the wilds?
It was likely ferry. After hundreds of years, the ship was bare. Disaster.
Have you figured out how...
No, and I'll admit it, Bob. I am confident it will deactivate.
How many of them are...
10, including Eric.
So you know a lot about me.
What would you like to...
Well...
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned. My parents and my guardian sent me. Among my peers, I was all because of...
So we're a lot alike,
aren't we? You were an outcast. Neither did I. First from the technical and profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to Gap.
You are a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. But despite that anonymity,
What happened when Fars...
They painted an irresistible one where we need not, where we explored the. It was only later that I realized. By the time I finally figured it out, so I accepted Farzina's sympathy. I wanted Liz to come.
You said before that you're not like the others.
Out of necessity, both when Earth was consumed and when I did what I had to. Hence the data channel with Beta.
I don't know who are you.
So, Eric.
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company.
Oh.
Even as governments abandoned, he found success with. There were also rumors that, but on Sirius, he retreated. In them, he could go on rampage.
All of his tribe believes he would...
Then they would be quite.
What can you tell me about...
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth.
What does one person do?
Buy more power, more. Gerard's always believed himself to be, but beneath that exterior, it was his decision to restrict while we were painted as her benefit.
Well, we'll deal with him soon.
I would very much.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a...
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in lights, show, and while others cloistered.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of... Unlike most of Farzenith's members, Verbena inherited her billions. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette. Someone who leverages...
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true.
Okay, so...
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth.
And let me guess.
Most, but not all. There were Annika Murjani, for instance. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao. Our immortality treatments are... But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were... When I think about all of us, we really...
Okay.
I'll be here and thank you, Aloy. My past is always... I see Liz's dream.
Maybe we can make it.
We will.
I don't really trust you. I'm not sure why.
We've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with Catalo, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm never good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro.
So, the one person I need to talk. Who is that person? I talked with all of you already. Talk with you. Talk with you.
So, you return.
Not you. I already finished talking with you. There shouldn't be anyone I need to talk with already. Can I just leave this place? I think I leave this place. Finish talking already. Who do you want me to talk with? No, I have the exclamation mark on their head. Not here. I just leave. Finish talking. I fast travel. I cannot, but I can ride you.
Ooh, steady there.
Aloy, it's Alba.
I can push over there.
Keep this up. Should fly lower.
Las Vegas. Ooh!
Falling gently.
Pick me up. I use the wrong, click the wrong thing. Hit the wrong button. I don't think this is faster.
Holdouts. Assuming we're still around, even though Regala's out of the picture. It's a good thing that Elsa and Doga told me about them. He just forgot to mention they built their camp under a horse. What are they doing here?
Later I'll come here to deal with them. For now,
Looking around.
I want to go there. Why I can't? Ooh. I can do like that.
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Do I want to do it? I think I do it, and then the other things we do after the main mission finish. Do I do it? This episode already left 4 minutes. I think I can just come back here when I want to. So I think we just I can do this. I can do this. This is I can do this also. This I don't need to do. I can do this. Wow, so many things. I don't think I just finished the main mission and then I will continue with other side missions. I think. Right? But for now, this episode will stop here. Next episode, we continue. The next episode, then we decide what we want to do. 我们这边暂停，下话继续。如果大家喜欢视频的话，请追踪我们，下次再见了，谢谢大家。